Hi everybody, I am MJ. I am Vice President of Regional Marketing here at DMA, and I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk with all of you a little bit about what my role is here and how important it is to any company. So when you look at growing strategically in your region, you want to make sure that you understand the region that you are working in. As an example, you want to make sure that you know your clientele. You want to know how business is conducted in each area that you're trying to grow in. There are certain areas of the country where it's very high-paced. It's movers, it's shakers, it's all of these things going on at a very rapid speed. There's other parts of the country where it's a little bit slower. People have been there and where they've been working for a long time. Maybe it's more of a retirement area. There's things to consider and there's things to look at when you are trying to grow regionally. So what I do here is I help identify that this market and our area, a lot of the people have lived here a very long time. They enjoy the opportunity of getting out and meeting one another, people being involved in initiatives, things like that. So what I've done with this company is I've figured out some important things. One, our clientele, what are they involved in? Two, how do they like to do business in this region? Three, what are the initiatives that a lot of our clients are involved in? And four, what are our clients looking to receive from us on a regional level as opposed to maybe on a national level? So taking that important factors, I guess you could say, and creating a marketing plan that encompasses getting to know the company, asking those specific questions, and trying to understand how they prefer to do business based off of those questions. Do you have a company that is maybe an attorney that has, let's say, 5 to 10 attorneys that are involved? They're working on their digital marketing plan, but they're also wanting the industry in the area to know about what they're doing for philanthropic efforts, what they're doing for community efforts. What are their passions? What are their strengths and what are their weaknesses? And being able to come in and getting to know what they're trying to get out of their digital marketing on a regional level. So I go in and I talk with a lot of companies and I try to get to know them. Every single person, from the person who greets me at the front door to the person who owns the company, to get to know them on a level that explains what is their core philosophy for their company. Unfortunately, most companies out there simply rely on digital outlook and digital marketing, and they don't make these relationships with companies and with people that they're doing business with. They're not sitting down, they're not talking to them. They're not making phone calls. They're not following up with even something as simple as a little note that says, hey, I saw that you were in a newspaper because you donated specific funds to a philanthropic initiative. It's these little things that continue to create these strong relationships that I look at building regionally, as well as our company, DMA, looks to do nationally. So you can't just rely on an email. You can't just rely on looking at someone's social media, what they're up to. You need to make these relationships happen so people across the board believe in you as well as your company, that you have an actual interest in that company, in that individual, and what they're doing and how they're trying to take their company philosophy and what their company believes in and make it happen. So having these actual tangible relationships versus the intangible relationships that people are trying to create, because it's easier to hide behind an email and it's easier to hide behind everything digitally, you still need to make these one-on-one relationships happen. And so bringing it back to the points that I covered, getting to know what are their initiatives, talking with them, getting to know what they're trying to do regionally and nationally, getting to know them on that personal level is what is very important for any company to try to do. Those are the key important things that any regional growth needs to explore, whomever is trying to make that happen for their company, be it sales, be it management, be it community relations. All of those things need to come together through one person who goes out and explores the company, explores the region, and brings it back and shares it with their team, so that anybody on the team knows what this company is wanting to do, regardless of who picks up the phone, regardless of what's going on in your business interaction. The better you know your region and the better you know the company that you're doing business with on a personal level, not just a digital level, is going to produce bigger, long-term, long-standing results as opposed to just the relationship that happens through business digitally. So I encourage you to leave your comments below. Like, subscribe, check in with us on a regular basis. We've got a lot of information we're excited to share with you guys out there. And give us some comments about things that you want to learn more about, some things maybe we haven't covered or some things that you have burning questions about. We'll be sure to address that and have some communication with you. So have a great week.